All right. So welcome to another episode of What's Your Story?
What's up, y'all?
And who do we have here with us today?
My name is Curtis Smith. I'm right here. I'm a realtor in the local area of Charleston, South Carolina. You know what I mean? I'm here with What's Your Story, and I can't wait to, you know what I'm saying?
Can't wait to get into it.
Yeah.
All right. So where you from, man?
I was born in Loma Linda, California, but I was raised pretty much in Columbia, South Carolina. Graduated from AC Florida High School. Started real estate probably last year. I got my license, man. 2023, I got my license. I've been going strong in real estate ever since.
Okay. So how was that feeling, man, when you passed that real estate test, man? You can get your license. How did that feel for you?
I ain't gonna lie to you, I cried, man. You know, the test was so challenging. Outside of me going through everything else I was going through in life, you know what I mean, the everyday struggles, being a dad, trying to raise my son, trying to make the right decisions without making the wrong decision. So it took me quite a few times to pass the test. It took me like 11 times, man, but that 11th time was a charm, man. And they gave me that pass, you know, green checks all across the board. And I got my license and signed on with a brokerage.
Yeah. What was your first big sale, man?
And my first big sale, actually, man, it was crazy. It was to my son's aunt. You know, I pretty much put on a VA loan, and I mean, I sold it. It was like $320,000.
Oh, word. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
First one, ain't it?
First one.
How'd that feel? I know that
felt real good. It was actually, I got that deal like 2 weeks after I got my license.
Yeah.
And then my birthday followed right behind that, so it was good.
So that was your first big sale. How many houses do you believe you've showcased so far? Or just properties in general?
Oh, properties in general, man, it have been quite a few, because before I got my real estate license, I was actually flipping mobile homes in Moncks Corner, South Carolina, and then pretty much wholesaling those. So getting the actual paperwork and selling houses, man, I probably done showed probably about at least 20 or 30 houses so far.
How was that? How was the market in Moncks Corner? Because it's just a small little town.
Yeah, man,
you know?
it's very rural out there, but I mean, it's up and coming and it's developing. So a lot of people, you know, they finding avenues and ways to buy out there, because the market is still Charleston, but you know, it's cheaper price ranges because of, you know, being a rural area.
Yeah,
and such.
So what made you want to get into real estate?
Just knowing the idea, just like teaching myself the idea of generational wealth. I didn't grow up with a silver spoon by any means, and you know, I got my son and everything now. Sometimes I used to get upset with my family to be like, man, wasn't nobody there for me. But you know, knowing that, okay, it's an avenue and it's a way that I could take to make it stronger and a positive outcome for my son, I'm gonna take it. You know, you look at a lot of different demographics. You know, I don't want to be too racial or anything like that, but you look at different demographics, and they live a platform for their kid. You know, they give their kid everything, but when they gone, they got wealth. They're not just rich; they actually wealthy. And I figured real estate would have been the best way to do that.
Yeah. Great answer. Hey, boy, you was ready for this one. In your opinion, what city is the best market for real estate in this current moment? In the state of America, what city?
City, honestly, despite the saturation, I would definitely say Charleston, because you got to think about it. Everybody up north, they moving down to Charleston. You know, we got 3 colleges here in Charleston, and I mean, the taxes and everything here is cheaper in Charleston. So the influx of people, we got a lot of great jobs here and everything too. So Charleston is a very, very promising market for real estate.
Yeah. I got something to add on to what you said, just from my own opinion. I lived in Philly for like a couple of years, maybe even 1 year with my older brother.
Right.
And I remember our neighbor used to always say, man, I can't wait to move to the South. I feel like a lot of Northerners had that same mindset, because I lived in Philadelphia, and that was my first time seeing like row houses or people living on top of each other, or just people all in one general area, but it's like a lot of people. You feel what I'm saying? So those guys, they like dream of land, dream of front yards and stuff like that.
Right.
I know me, I used to feel bad for the kids. They had to play football on the street. They had no fields, just by their houses. It's a street, you feel me? So that's something I had to add on to that. So I can definitely relate to that, because I've experienced that myself.
Love.
Yeah. All right. So what advice do you have for someone that wants to pursue real estate?
Don't give up. I mean, I know that's kind of cliche moment, you know, everybody say don't give up, but I mean, I really mean don't give up. I literally gave up everything. I lost everything. I lost my apartment, lost my car. I mean, lost everything, but I didn't give up, because at the end of the tunnel, it's always a light, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's up to us to make the decision if we're going to pivot or if we're going to stay steadfast and plant our feet and stand up for what we believe in. You know, a lot of people say they standing on business nowadays because of T.I.'s son, but it was a point in time, you know, we ain't had no choice but to stand on business if we wanted what we wanted out of life. So if you really want to go with real estate, I mean, I say definitely do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And whatever support you need from me, I'll give it to you because I'm still getting support from people that, you know, I ask the questions. And then one thing too about real estate, I always ask the questions. And a lot of realtors like to say disclose, disclose, disclose. If you don't know something, say you don't know something and you'll find out. But if you know it, please give it up, you know?
Yeah, and spread it. Yeah.
For sure.
So I want to, we talked about this a little off camera. I just thought it was interesting. I thought that a lot of people should know this because we weren't, you know, we didn't have these opportunities growing up. When you were telling me about the high school in the area and about how they teach real estate now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel in your opinion about that? Because you know how we were raised, you know what I'm saying? The school system that we had to endure and go through. Right. And now they're teaching real estate in school.
Yeah.
Back then they was teaching what? Pythagorean theorem.
Right.
I don't remember that at all, brother.
Right. Plus and minuses, you know, all the shit that ain't gonna get us nowhere in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I really feel like, you know, that's teaching wealth at a younger age because now we in the day and age where you got streamers, you got a lot of different platforms and a lot of different avenues where you can make money. And I mean, real estate could definitely be the most promising. You know what I mean? It's concrete. It's not like, all right, well, I got to get 100,000 likes, but I got to be consistent with it. You know what I mean? You can sell one mansion and shit, you good, you know, depending on, you know what I mean? You good, you know what I'm saying? And depending on how you want to cut that pie up and however you want to move things around. But I really feel like to give the kids an opportunity, you know, out of poverty, they should teach real estate. You know what I mean? In every school, give every kid that opportunity. It shouldn't just be for a private school or because we're on this side of the tracks, we get the privilege to learn real estate. I think every kid should know, or every kid should learn, you know, and be able to go home to their mom and their parents and let them know what's going on. Because a lot of the times kids we got now, they first generation college students, first generation athletes, all type of stuff. So imagine if a whole house know real estate. We ain't gonna be hungry no more, right?
Yeah.
So
you're gonna be eating. Like you said, generational wealth.
Generational wealth.
Generational wealth.
Gotta have that.
So I know you only been in real estate for a little right now, but are there any realtors that you know personally or just have heard about that you look up to or aspire to be like, or that motivated you in your journey?
Man, all of them, man. All of them. But the broker I switched over to with Century 21 Excel, Stephen Kahn, man. We're about the same age, you know, and he really pumping, man. He pumping. He got a whole list of agents, you know, he positive. He on the real estate commission board as well. I mean, and he just great, you know what I mean? And he a good asset to have and a good resource to have. I can't tell you how many times I done hit him up, you know, having a concern and having a question. And he been there for me to help me out. Not just him being my broker, but him also being like, you know, a friend and a leader to show you the way. You know what I mean? We got a lot of people that forget where they come from, per se. So if I was to ever, well, when I ain't gonna say if, because when I make it, you know what I'm saying, even more promising in real estate, I plan on looking back to help people up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, that was something I just always grew up with. Don't look down on people to look down on them, look down to help them up. And I feel like, you know, when I reach out to Steven, or even if I reach out to a couple other brothers that have been in the game longer than me, you know what I mean, since before COVID, you know what I mean? Because when COVID happened, the real estate market was crazy. And I was kind of tight because I couldn't pass my test around there, you know what I mean? And I'm like, man, if I pass the test, you know, I'll be out here making money with everybody else, you know? But I'm obviously starting after COVID, but it's been a pretty good run so far.
Yeah. Hey, man, what were you doing before real estate as far as, like, jobs? You know what I mean?
You name it, bruh. I think at one point in time, I was doing everything but real estate and prostitution, bruh. So it was like, you know, I was serving tables, you know what I mean, working 3 jobs, going to college full time just to get the refund check at Midlands Tech, man, just to get the refund check. Man, I did everything, you know, hospitality, serving, golf shops.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything, bruh. Janitor work, whatever. I did everything.
Yeah. Also want to ask about your college experience, man, just for those people out there, like, you know, I feel like now, or I feel like when we were growing up, I know in my household, college wasn't it wasn't an option for me. I had to go. You feel me? That's just the type of household, you know, I was raised in. But, you know, I feel like in this day and age, kids, like you was talking earlier, have so many opportunities. It's streamers now. A lot of people bypass college now. But for your college experience, how did that help shape you into the man that you are today? Just for those people that may want to go to college, you know what I'm saying? Even in this environment or atmosphere where they really don't have to have college. What qualities did college give you that shaped you into the person that you are?
If I'm gonna be real, no offense to the Ivy League, but college just taught me that, I'm going to school to pay somebody money when I can just go out here in the real world and like apply myself. But when you go to college, I think it's a different type of avenue because you go into a place where a lot of people got the same like mindset as you, to where they want to be better in life. They want to elevate in life. Me, I took the hard way, unfortunately. I didn't go and finish college, honestly. I'm trying to get back into school now to get my degree just to have it. But for the most part, man, it was kind of like have to for me. I mean, I wanted to go to college. I wanted to play basketball. I wanted to do this. I want to do that. But, life happens, and so it kind of took everything away from me to go to college and focus on school. My mom had gotten a real bad car accident when I was in school, snapped her neck, and she couldn't work. So it was like, all right, I'm trying to do this school thing, but obviously my mama household need me. Then I need myself, to be able to take care of things. So then that's what happened. So, and sometimes too, it was just like an age thing too, man. The older you get, it's kind of like, all right, I don't think I can go back. I don't think I can go back. I don't think I can go back. But I have been going back to finish getting my business degree. But, the people that's already in college, I say stay in school. If that role had already been paid for you to make it in college, keep going and excel and, complete everything that you're doing now. And then when you get out of school, spread that love to the next one,
Yeah. And I want to piggyback off that as well. Something that you said, what I thought was really important about your college experience. Networking. You meet people who have the same goal as you. Right. You know what I'm saying? I feel like for my college experience, that was the best thing for me. Just the networking aspect. Because of college, we're able to even do what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? I had the same story as you as far as that. I went to school. I didn't finish. I'm sorry, mama. She always get on me about that. She want me to go back and get my degree.
Right.
I mean, we both smart enough to.
Right, definitely.
To be real.
Definitely.
But, college did, the best thing for me college did was networking, meeting so many people in so many different positions, you know what I'm saying, where I can reach out, they could probably help me with this, or they can reach out to me and I can help them with something. I want to say that's the most important thing I want to get out for people, for this part of the interview with that college experience, bro. Like, even if you want to be a streamer, you want to do all that, I think it's still a good idea to go to college because you are around so many people your age.
Right.
So, how easy would it be to get 200, 300, 400 followers super duper quick? All you got to do is step out on campus.
Facts.
And just talk, you know what I'm saying?
The softwares we streaming off of, Bill Gates and Steve Jobs went to college, they made them. So, I mean, it's probably,
exactly.
It's probably ideal to go to college.
Exactly. Brother.
Definitely, for sure.
Exactly, brother. So, I feel like this interview was very informational. I feel like you are a great representation of a real estate agent, also a black man. So I do want to point that out and put that in there.
Definitely.
And, we have a tradition here. Look into this camera right here.
What's up?
If you have any motivating words for anyone out there that may be going through something or just down on hard times, or even people in your profession, but I know we kind of hit that earlier. So any motivating words or any inspirational words for anybody who just in a dark moment in their life, just go ahead and share something positive with them right now, just to help them out.
You're not alone. I thought I was alone for the longest time, but you're not alone. It feel like you alone when you're in the four walls of your crib and your space, and it's just raw and uncut you, but you're not alone. That little voice that you hear in your side of your head that's smaller than all the other ones telling you that you could do it, listen to that voice. It's going to be hard. Sometimes you're going to fall into that depression. You're going to fall into that stress. You're going to fall into that anxiety, and you're going to fall into that guilt. But just keep pushing on, man. Just keep pushing on. I'm telling you, like from experience, and I know it's easier said than done sometimes, but once you put that one foot in front of the other, you're going to see the movement that you're going to progress, and you're going to be able to do anything you put your mind to. So stay on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man. Hey, first interview in Charleston, Chucktown. Hey,
the 843. I know now.
Hey, just want to shout that out. And that wraps up another episode of What's Your Story?
Thank you. Peace.
Boom, boom.